Sioux Falls trailing by a score of 9-0.
Well, we hope you will be enjoying today's broadcast, the Western Wisconsin video production of the District Number 6 Youth Wrestling Regional action here from the Westby Fieldhouse. I'm Ken Manning, along with joining me, Carl Zuby here from the Viroqua area. And thanks to Holly and the great crew, thanks to the Westby School District for once again hosting this youth regional. And you know, it's just remarkable. Again, Carl, kind of like what we said, over the years, you see so many familiar faces, and they just keep coming back. They come to this tournament. They encourage other schools and communities to come here, and I think that's a tribute to our area as far as the competition. It's a tribute to the school district hosting, to Holly and the crew here, hosting a good tournament. Well organized, and I know they're always looking for volunteers, right?
Yeah. Well, and Holly, I don't know if people realize just what everything that Holly does. You know, between working with track wrestling, heading up the Westby Wrestling Club, to coaching.
Yeah.
One of the groups there in the youth.
Yeah. She's busy. There's always something going on when it comes to that. Well, let's take a look here. We are in some matches, we're in quarterfinals, and we don't have, you know, it's not like a regular bracket like you would have somebody send it up to us. Instead, we're relying on the track wrestling, the dashboard, where we can watch our 8 matches. So when we see some folks come out, the singlets that we know, or some coaches that go to a corner, we can kind of zero in on that, give you a heads up on our 3 screens. And of course, a heads up with all of my sponsors that have been so gracious to help throughout the year and years for many of these folks. And you're going to see them scrolling along here at the bottom right side of the screen here of our 4 pictures. You know, I was debating, Carl, on trying to go with four cameras, and I thought, you know what, I got to give some recognition to those sponsors. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stay with 3. That'll keep us busy. So, but you know, say I got to ask you, congratulations, you're no longer the president for the Viroqua Booster Club. How in the world did you get Rob Klum in on that?
Well, you know, Rob Klum is a great guy. He graciously stepped in and took the reins along with another. I mean, it's a great group of people. The whole Booster Club itself is a great organization led by good people. They're ramping up. You know, Fun Night's coming up April 22nd.
I was going to ask when that is. Good to know.
With a change in venue this year, it's going to be at the Pedretti Party Barn.
Really?
A little bit bigger, more open. So, and we're kind of bringing back some of the old favorites. We're going to bring back some of the table games. And
oh, really? Okay.
So,
wow.
It should be a good time.
Well, you got to get me one of those tickets or whatever.
I'll get you some tickets.
Yeah, that sounds great, because I always enjoy going to that. It's a lot of fun. Boy, and you do, I have to say, well, during your tenure, was it 4 years you were the president?
Yeah.
And tell you what, you know, going through some of the times with the COVID and all that, but, you know, hats off to you, Carl. I appreciate all that you've done with that. And, you know, you get the people coming in, and the word gets passed around, and they go, yeah, this is just a fun time.
You know, we're on track the last couple years, and this year we're on track to spend somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 back into our
my goodness.
Athletics.
Wow.
And that's each year.
That's crazy.
That's what our goal is, or their goal, I should say. I should start speaking of it in past tense as far as my involvement. I know we just Spent several $1,000s again in our weight room.
Wow.
And then each sport, they try and, of the 14, 15 sports that we have, we try to spend somewhere around $1,500 to $2,500 per sport per year.
That's excellent.
Whether that be, kind of the little things like warm-ups and gear bags to helping out with some of the other stuff.
Yeah, when you get stuff like that, people don't realize how valuable clubs like that are, when it gets to that. So, yeah, well, hats off to that crew, and I know you're not going away from it at all, so that's important to know too. So
that's one of those things where, you're kind of involved, kind of always involved
yep.
a little bit.
Yep, exactly. So, say we got a request here, just as FYI, if you can help me remember, on the mat 7, we want to be able to focus in on number 723. We're at 720 right now, just getting ready to go out onto the mat. So we want to cover 723. I'm not sure who is there, but good friend Ashley Haiti of the North Crawford Seneca Wrestling Club, and of course Eric Haiti's wife, came up and said, real quick, can you be sure to cover match number 723? So we'll keep an eye on that.
Well, I am on it.
All right. And speaking of, you got a couple, looks like you might have a Riverdale wrestler out there on that 700 mat anyways.
I'm going to pan over.
Briella Steven from Riverdale taking on Keilana Rogers of DeSoto. Well, see, there you go. You got two local wrestlers anyway, so that's perfect. Meanwhile, let's take a look over here on, we'll go back down to our 100 mat here and kind of get reacclimated. We got a Kickapoo Lafarge wrestler in Caden Townsend, was wrestling Britton Stanek. And let's see what's going on there. 3-2, we might have had a little injury or something. I'm not 100% there. Looks like they're cleaning up some, maybe they had a bloody nose or something. Now they're getting ready to go back at it. So again, Caden Townsend trailing 3-2 in that matchup.
Every time I look up at the camera, I think I'm zoomed in too far, but.
Well, there you go. That's a good picture right there. Taking a look here.
Those girls, they only weigh 55 pounds. They're going to look small.
And no matter what.
No matter what you do.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And mat 8. We have Nalani Rogers and Elsa Haiti on mat 8. You can kind of see both of them right now in your picture. Back up just a little bit. Rogers leading by a score of 4-0 right now. We've got a 5-4 match going on mat number 7. Briella Steven leads Liliana Rogers by a score of 5-4.
kind of stepping out just for a second. I'm checking on a couple of things here for some folks. So sorry, Carl. It always seems to happen. You know, they're like, hey, can you check on something? I'm like, sure.
Must be sisters out on the mat right now. And Briella Stephen of Riverdale will be your winner by a score of 8-6. And Nalani Rogers is leading by a score of 7-1.
So were two sisters wrestling each other or on?
No, they were on different mats.
Different mats, okay.
And so Nalani Rogers won over Elsa Haiti. It hasn't given me a final score yet. 7-1. We'll just kind of leave it right there.
Well, it looks like 7:23 coming up now, or
must be on deck because it was a quick pin, 13-second pin. Tenley Wells of West Salem Bangor over Peyton Knack. So 7:22 is Bristol Bush of Blair Taylor and Macy Waldau of New Lisbon. And looks like the next matchup is another, nope, it's not telling me yet.
Checking out here, mat 1, we've got a Holman and Boys and Girls Club in lacrosse. On the 200 mat, we've got, oh, here we are. We got Lorenzo Trisoni of DeSoto taking on Graham Hemmerspach of West Salem Bangor. There they are. That's a 5-1 score for Hemmerspach right now, so Trisoni will try to work from behind here, see if he can't pick up some points.
Well, on mat 7, Blair Taylor's Bristol Bush with a first period pin over Macy Waldau of New Lisbon. And that's going to bring up the feature match, match number 723.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
We don't know, I don't know who for sure is going to be wrestling.
On that mat just to the left of it, you got the Barry Davis Wrestling Club, Aaliyah Miller, and Prairie du Chine's Adriana Jones. That's Miller with a 4-0 lead.
So let's see, North Crawford's Emery Gagas.
I'll go with that.
And Rylan Komats of Mauston. Komats with the early takedown. Working right along the edge of the rectangle, goes right into a pinning combination. They're going to get whistled out of bounds.
We're going to keep track of some of these others on our 300 and 400 mat. We have Trenton Townsend of Kickapoo Lafarge taking on Nolan Steen from Toma. And right now that's a 2-0 lead here for Townsend. And going right in for some, got a half Nelson in. This is a quarterfinal, so it's a winner's bracket side. Townsend trying to come up with a win here. Got 3 near fall, and let's see, was that the end of the match? I think it might have been, yes. So Townsend, Trenton Townsend of Kickapoo Lafarge is going to pick up the win, 5-0. So congratulations there to him.
So Emery Gagas of North Crawford Seneca trailing by a score of 2-0 as they head into the second period. Looks like she's going to have her choice. And she's going to go neutral. So they're going to start period number 2 on their feet. Was in for a shot but was countered by Komats. So after the takedown and near fall, 7-0 your score, halfway through the second period.
Nobody really that local, looks like, from our side here on our 300 and 400 mats. Prairie du Chien on the 400 mat in Zachary Houston. Just starting out. On our 100 and 200 mats, we do have a Riverdale wrestler in Bryson Knowles. He just stepped out, and he's taking on Boston Konechki from Holman. And let's see, that's a 2-0 lead here for Knowles. It looks like, if they have everything on correctly. And now 2-1.
Well, they got, well, heading into the third period, Emery trails by a score of 8-0. Now 10-0 as she gets taken down again. See the North Crawford coaches, they coach all the way up and down. They got youth.
Yeah.
They're sitting mat side for youth. They'll be at middle school stuff. They'll be at varsity stuff. That's what you call continuity, I think.
Yes, I agree.
We have another North Crawford wrestler, Frankie Groom, North Crawford Seneca, wrestling Riley Hanaran from Team Nazar. That is right next to him on mat 8.
I just moved my camera in the upper right just a little bit to the left here because we have a Bulldog wrestler out on mat number 5. I'll try and keep track of that one for us. And Tanner Sweeney is taking on a Mauston wrestler. This is a consolation side, Carter Seebecker. Right now that's going Seebecker's way, 11-0 lead.
Well, Rylan Komats is going to win that match by a score of 13-0 over Emery Gagas of North Crawford Seneca.
Okay.
We'll pan just up.
Well, we'll try to keep an eye out for Emery down the road here, too. Should probably get another match, you would think, coming up here.
And Groom trails by a score of 2-0 as we see about 15 seconds left to go in the first period. In on a single.
In that lower left corner of the screen here, we actually have Bryson Knowles out in front 5-2 right now. And they're halfway through the second period of action. Well, did you watch that big upset in the NCAAs?
I watched some clips of it. I wasn't watching it as it happened, but yeah, watching Spencer Lee get pinned.
That was nuts. I watched it this morning. I taped it, and I watched it this morning before I left. I'm like, I am going to watch this whole match. And, you know, it was just weird. He was in the lead, but you got to give that young man, Marcos from Purdue, a lot of credit. He never backed down. He was very aggressive. You kind of wonder if Lee was, not that I want to say he was wrestling tentative. I don't know if I would ever be able to say that, but something didn't look quite right, you know. But maybe that was just the power of Marcos, too. He's a good wrestler. Well, down here on mat number 1, we are going to have the 1-2 matchup. We have Chase Liam of Westby stepping out to wrestle Thomas Good of Hillsboro. Again, that's the lower left, so they're just shaking hands now. And Knowles of Riverdale is out in front 7-4 going into period number 3. It looks like, and I did not keep track of our young man from the Ithaca area. Whoops, we got to hook that one back in. There, we got our camera back up here on upper right.
Woods Groom's choice to start neutral for the third period. She trails by a score of 7-2 over Hanaran of Team Nazar.
Let's see here. Our Bulldog wrestler on 400 mat is Bowden. I don't know if I think they say Bowden Lewis from Ithaca Weston, taking on Chase Hendricks of Toma. That's a consolation matchup. Meanwhile, Chase Liam of Westby trails 2-1 to the Hillsboro wrestler and Thomas Good. Keep an eye out on that match as Good goes to a front headlock situation, bringing Liam down to the mat on his knees. No takedown just yet. Now there is, as Good scoots around behind. Well, the final score, it was actually, I think they had the bracket or the leg bands on a little differently. Konechki of Holman actually picks up the win 12-5 over Bryson Knowles of Riverdale.
Well, quite the wrestler from wherever that is. Team Nazar, Riley Hanaran. She picks up the win 9-2 over Groom of North Crawford, Seneca.
There was Nazar, gosh, I wish I could remember her name. Paul coached a young man by the name of Nazar way back, probably 15 years ago, at least, if not longer, when Paul was down at Prairie du Chien. So I wonder if that isn't, and he was a heck of a Greco freestyle wrestler, so I'm wondering if maybe that isn't part of something that he did. That's the only Nazar I think I ever heard of.
Well, I was gonna come up on Riverdale's Hadley Wilkinson, but it was kind of a quick match. She fell to Justina Aki of Nakusa.
Okay. Well, on mat 6, we had an Ithaca Bulldog wrestler pick up a win. Finley Fowl, 9-3 over Sawyer Spetz. That was in a consolation side, so Fowl will keep his hopes alive.
North Crawford's got quite a few kids here, quite a few girls.
Yeah.
We've got Bristol Hagen now wrestling Ensley Rees of New Lisbon. That's another wrestling name in that area.
Uh-huh. By the way, Chase Liam came from behind to pick up a win, 6-4 over Thomas Good. So hopefully folks were able to watch that and see what happened. I did not see what happened. Let's take a look here and see. We have a Toma wrestler coming out here on mat 2. This is Pagor against GT's Mason Wilbur. Trying to keep track of a couple other wrestlers. It's kind of hard. I know there was a wrestler from Royal to try and keep track of, but I have not seen anybody from Royal come out just yet. Maybe that's in the older group. I'll have to touch base with.
I'll kind of try and get both of these guys in. We have Brewer Sudal from DeSoto. Pan out a little bit. He leads Brennan Wolf of Nakusa 2-0. And Bristol Hagen of North Crawford leads her opponent by a score of 5-0.
I'm checking to see if we have anybody on my side of things here that are somewhat local, but I don't really see that just yet. Looks like we might have on the 500 mat, got a.
Looks like Cashton.
Is that Cashton or is it
Riverdale?
I think you're right. I think it might be Cashton.
That's Edison Millsna.
Oh, okay.
Cashton and Brady Martin of Holman.
I can put a camera on that one.
I can slide down a little bit.
I got it right now. Since I don't have anybody here.
Bristol Hagen will win by a second period fall over Ensley Rees of New Lisbon.
We got another Westby wrestler down here on the 100 mat, and that is going to be Braxton Herman with Tatum Harder. Right now, Braxton. Well, let's see. That was a 2-0. It's a 2-0 lead. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Brewer Surdal is going to have a 2:27 pin time. Ooh, we got I better head down to mat 8 because you might know somebody down there. We've got Kaylee Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Of Ithaca Weston.
I wasn't sure what time they were going to start wrestling, but yeah.
And she is wrestling Addison Claycomb of Prairie du Chien.
Well, I know Jacob has been kind of coaching her along.
Is that a sister or cousin? Or
that'd be cousins. Justin is the nephew. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one down there.
Is that Rand sitting down there in the chair?
Looks like it, yeah.
Well, they're going to end the first period scoreless. Got Claycomb in the down position, Manning riding control. Give up the first point of the match as an escape. Able to keep her hips about her, come out on top on that.
Good little foot action there, reaction to get around.
She might have got away with some locked hands there. But you know, you take what you can get.
Well, you never know when it happens.
So with the takedown, she now leads by a score of 2-1, 40 seconds to go.
Trying to keep an eye out. We also have that on mat 5. Let's see what happened there. That was Milsna dropped that one 9-0 it looked like.
And she'll give up an escape to tie it up 2-2. And that'll be the end of the second period. Claycomb gonna choose to ride control to start the third period, which I don't know if that's such a great idea.
Yeah, you know, it's just sometimes it's the roll of the dice, you know. We have down here on the mat in front of us, we have a Riverdale wrestler. Just gave up a reversal, but no back points.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Got caught in the cradle, yep.
Claycomb was able to lock a cradle up. So she'll get some near fall out. They may have started the clock a little late on that because there's 45 seconds still, which that may be advantageous.
Well, we'll see.
5-2 the score. Now she's back into near fall criteria. And will take the fall. 2:32 pin time for Addison Claycomb of Prairie du Chien over Kaylee Manning of Ithaca Weston. But that was only her first match of the day, and I don't think it's one and done at this point.
I don't think so, yeah. Well, Kaylee has had, she's had a pretty good year so far, so, but she just probably has not run into that young lady.
There's somebody here from Edgar, Wisconsin. Holy crap. That's up. That's up too.
That's a good drive.
There are, I think River Falls and Bayport are way closer for that than here.
Yeah. Yeah, take your pick on that one.
But you know, some of these bigger clubs like this that have, you know, they might have 40, 50 kids. They don't want to send them all to the same qualifier, so they'll split them up.
Exactly. That's a good point.
I actually think Westby used to do that. Now, I'm not sure.
It might have.
I want to say that there were some kids that would take off and go to a different.
Yeah.
Just because there might be 3 or 4 in the same.
Well, and I think if it was when it was in Richland Center, I think that's when it happened. I think you're right. Now I think back on that. Yeah. You don't want to fight your teammate all the time.
No.
Give them a chance here. You know, decide which direction to go. On our 300 mat.
Pan back a little.
We have, let's see, we have Finnegan Zarbach of Riverdale knotted up with Rios Kelvin Zuki. And that's a 2-2 score. Zuki trying to come around on top here and picks up the reversal. Now 4-2. Yeah, a lot of wrestling here today in the Westby Fieldhouse.
I kind of like the way that these mats are set up now versus the way they used to have them.
The T formation,
yep.
Yeah, I do too. I like this. Well, and I think as you get more accustomed to the tournaments, what seems to work best, and you figure out how quick you can get through different sections and such. So yeah, it's this, and it's much easier for us, just as far as camera work and everything.
Yeah.
And they know they really should work around us, right? Just kidding, Holly.
Well, maybe for next year, have a little better seating up here, with maybe a hint at it.
Well, I brought the chair, the seat, this cushion seat, what do they call them, Coliseum seats or whatever?
Yep.
That my mom said, why don't you snag one of these for the winter season? They had 2 of them, and, one hers, one was my dad's, and I said, oh, boy, would that ever be great. So.
My wife goes to about everything. I think she's about worn one out the last few years.
Yeah.
But I own one myself, but I don't think I've ever hardly sat in it.
You're usually down on the floor, pretty busy. If you're not helping me with stuff like that. Let's take a look here on mat 1 and 2. Let's see, who do we have there? We have nobody local, I guess. Ryder Metzler from the Pier. Now they had to go through some other areas, didn't they?
Yeah.
Taking on Sawyer Prudlick from Blair Taylor.
I've got mat 7 and 8. I got Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, Nakusa.
Well, here's Brookwood's Midas Peikkinen, and he is out in front 2-0 over Briggs Weber of Law. And we'll kind of try and keep an eye on that one for some of the folks in that Brookwood area. Well, Peikkinen is going to pick up the pin.
Mat 4, we've got Chance Primer again from Prairie, and he's wrestling a Schneep Duffy from West Salem Bangor. That's another one of those wrestling names.
Duffy?
Yeah,
yes.
That Schneep Duffy.
Yep. How about that?
I don't know if that's Ray Primer's son or not. I know he's got kids in the Prairie du Chien School District.
Oh, okay. Now, is that an older brother to?
So it'd be a cousin of Wayne's.
Wayne's, okay.
Yep.
Well, we got a great hold right here, right in front of us. Going to pick up the pin. That was on the 300 mat. Wow. Atbury. Took on Caden Howe, and Howe was unattached. Wound up getting the pin. Well, let's see, who do we have here on our... Neilsville on mat 4, Liam Fremoth.
Oh, we got mat 8. We've got a Westby wrestler. Let me see if I can hone in on what's going down there. Looks like he just came away with a win.
Oh, that's Graceland Bacarny. Yeah, you're right. She did, didn't she?
Over Kiera Kanzier of North Crawford Seneca.
Well, down here on mat 2, we got our Baroka guy coming back out here onto the mat, looks like.
Pan back and catch those last 3 mats.
Strand's back out there on the mat again, Carl. Tell you what, he's going to sleep well tonight.
He must have won his first one.
I think he won his first one, lost the second one. This is a consolation side right now.
You got to let go of that head.
Yep.
As Kenny Rogers would say, you got to know when to fold them and when to hold them and when to let go of the head.
Yep.
I think is how the lyrics went.
There you go. Oh. Yeah, that's a tough one. He's now trailing 5-0.
That's you wouldn't think that that's something that it takes so long to learn is when to bail on something.
Yeah.
You know, because you teach them, keep going, but then it's like, all right, you got to know when you need to start over.
There's that little fine line, isn't it? Where you tip one way or you tip the other.
I think his mom and dad both wrestled at one point in time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, nice little roll through. Now
he's
he's just got to work up toward those shoulders.
Oh,
there it is.
Just missed some back points there, but he's being aggressive. So what's the dad's name?
Strand. Is it Kyle?
Oh, Kyle, okay.
And then mom was a Groves, Crystal Groves. I don't know if she wrestled in like middle school, high school, but I know she was in the youth program.
Okay.
Also a Marine, so.
Well, there you go. He'll be all right.
He'll do just fine.
But there again, now he's on that head again. Well, I always remember saying to the guys from youth when I was, first starting coaching and stuff, and I remember going, if you're on the head and it feels okay, it feels good, it's probably not. You're probably going to be in trouble.
We've got a local wrestler with Daisy Alexander from North Crawford Seneca. She is in the lead by a score of 2-0 over Alexandria Taylor of New Lisbon. And she'll come away with the pin. 35-second pin time for Daisy Alexander of North Crawford Seneca.
Well, young Mr. Strand wound up getting pinned there as Chambers comes up with the win. And again, Chambers, along with Sizz, another name synonymous with Mauston wrestling. Carl, when everything is said and done.
Yeah.
On our mat 4, our 400 mat, we have our young Haiti stepping out onto the mat again. This is Evan, North Crawford Seneca.
He's not the redhead, is he?
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Go figure, right? He probably didn't want to wear that maroon singlet that North Crawford would have because it matches hair too much. I don't know.
Yeah, and his older siblings are, I don't know, are they, that's his brother and sister?
Oh,
well, they wrestled for center.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would think it's them.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't. There's a couple different Hades down there in that neck of the woods.
Yeah. Well, he's hiding right behind the pyramid scoreboard, but we can tell you he's in control, 2-0. That's in the upper right corner of the screen as time runs out in that first period of action. They're going to wind up back on their feet, so keep an eye on that one.
Nice little double.
Thank you.
We got a fan.
We got a fan. Gotta like that. Oh, shoot.
I actually have had quite a few people come up to me through the wrestling season and compliment you on your hard work.
Oh, really? Well, that's nice to know. Appreciate that. Well, like I said before, it's you gotta have a lot of help. You guys are a huge part of it, so thank you. But we always appreciate the kind words. Gentleman there, he's walking down. He's the one that just came up and said, doing a nice job there. Well, the question is, where did he come from home quick to take this all in, or what? You know, you kind of wonder.
I'm not sure.
Could have been up at the bowling alley up at Nordic Lanes. I know they've got some of it on.
Well, there's 3 kids from the Watoma Super Stingers, right? Mats 3, 4, and 5 all have the same singlet on.
I was going to say, and they're wrestling right now.
It's kind of a sharp singlet, though.
It is, though. You're right. Yeah.
I feel a little bit like Ken Deaver talking about singlets. But
oh, that's good. That's good. From the broadcast side, I'm going to just take a moment, and we're going to stop our broadcast for the tape delayed, the rebroadcast of things. And we're going to pick right back up here with segment number 3 coming up around the corner.